Today, we are diving deep into the really intense and honestly, often misunderstood world of relationships where both people have an anxious attachment style. It's a dynamic that can feel like you've found your soulmate and your biggest challenge all at the exact same time. So, the beginning of this kind of pairing, it often kicks off with this exact feeling, this immediate, almost magnetic pull where both people just feel, wow, I am finally seen. And why is that? Well, it's because they share this deep core value, this intense desire for closeness, and a real preoccupation with the relationship itself. For just a moment, it feels like coming home. But of course, this powerful bond has a flip side, because both partners have what you could call a hyperactive attachment system. Think of it like a super sensitive motion detector for any potential threat to the relationship. They are uniquely vulnerable. A slightly delayed text, a weird shift in tone, things like that can trigger a biological alarm bell in both of them at the same time, turning that safe sanctuary into a storm. To really get why this happens, we have to go back, way back actually, to the very beginning, to the core wound that forges this attachment style in the first place. The root of it all is inconsistency. Just imagine being a little kid, and love and attention aren't a guarantee. One moment, your caregiver might be warm and right there with you, but the next, they're distracted or just gone emotionally. This creates this terrifying fear of absence, and it basically teaches a child's developing nervous system that security is unpredictable, and you have to constantly fight for it. And what's so fascinating here is the deep internal conflict this creates. A child learns that to get the attention they desperately need, they have to turn up the volume on their distress. And this forges this powerful internal belief system. One, I must be unworthy of consistent love, paired with two, other people hold the key to my safety and my sense of self. Okay, so let's see how this actually plays out when two people, both carrying the same wound, come together in a relationship. So instead of one partner acting as that calm, secure base for the other, their anxieties just amplify each other. This is a real phenomenon called emotional contagion. One person's fear is literally caught by the other, and instead of finding comfort, they just spiral down into anxiety together. It's a really powerful and exhausting emotional feedback loop. And this emotional spiral, it often leads to what are known as protest behaviors. And as you can see here, these aren't meant to be malicious or manipulative. Not really. Have you ever found yourself doing something like this? They're actually desperate, instinctual actions designed to reestablish contact and just quiet that screaming internal alarm of abandonment. It's an attempt to force the connection back. So, this is the crucial point. What feels like intense passion, that roller coaster of dizzying highs and crushing lows, is often just a state of chronic physiological stress. That constant anxiety, the obsessive focus on the relationship, it gets mistaken for the spark of deep love, when really it's just the nervous system in a constant state of high alert. But here's the good news. This is not a life sentence. Not at all. There is a clear path forward, a way to heal this wound and to build a truly secure and stable relationship, both with yourself and with your partner. And the goal of this journey is something called earned security. It's not about forgetting the past or pretending it didn't happen. It's about reorganizing your internal world so you can finally make sense of your own story. It's all about building a foundation of safety from within, so you no longer have to desperately search for it on the outside. Now, this journey toward earned security isn't some abstract, vague idea. It's actually structured around a really practical three-pillar model of attachment repair. This slide right here, this is basically our roadmap. It involves remapping our past experiences, developing new mental skills to manage our thoughts and feelings, and then finally, learning how to collaborate with our partner in a totally new and much healthier way. So, the first pillar, positive remapping, is all about healing that original wound of inconsistency. Through guided visualizations of an ideal parent figure, someone who is consistently attuned and responsive, you can begin to internalize that feeling of a secure base. It's a way of teaching your nervous system, on a really deep level, that safety can be a constant feeling that you generate for yourself. Pillar 2 is about developing metacognitive skills. I know, that sounds super technical, but it really just means learning to observe your own thoughts without judgment. Instead of getting hijacked by your emotions, you learn to access your calm adult self.
The goal is to cultivate these 8 C's you see here. Things like compassion for yourself, curiosity about your reactions, and calm in the face of triggers, so you can respond thoughtfully instead of just reacting from that wounded inner child.
And the final pillar transforms the relationship itself. It's about learning collaborative skills, moving away from those protest behaviors and toward direct, effective communication. This means stating your needs clearly without blame, like, hey, I'm feeling anxious and I just need a brief text to feel connected. You turn the partnership into a team that's dedicated to making each other feel secure. So after all this work, what's the outcome? What does it all lead to? Well, it's about fundamentally rewriting the story of your life and your relationships. You move from what's called an incoherent narrative, a story that feels chaotic, blurry, and full of these emotional run-on sentences, to a coherent narrative. You start to integrate the facts and the feelings of your past into a single, unified story that actually makes sense. You finally realize your past is an explanation, not a life sentence.
And this, right here, is the ultimate goal. The relationship transforms from 2 halves desperately trying to fuse together to feel complete into 2 whole, integrated individuals who choose to share a life. Each person becomes their own secure base, and from that place, they can provide real comfort and security to the other. And this leaves us with a final, really crucial question to reflect on. In our own lives, in our own relationships, how often are we mistaking the roller coaster of emotional chaos for the depth of true intimacy? And what does real, stable connection actually feel like?
Hi, I'm John, and this is I Will Heal. Our curriculum features something for everyone. We know that your pathway to attachment transformation is specific to your pairing. Whether you're an FA with a BA partner or an AD recently discarded by a BA, we have you covered. Say for a while, and we hope you'll say, even if for the first time, I will heal.